And there you go. That wraps up our mini interview. We're going to jump right into this next match, the upper final between LaCinco12 of Austin FC and El Matador of FC Dallas, the Texas Derby right here in the upper final. Here we go.
Yeah, both teams aren't out yet if they lose. Maz can correct me if I'm wrong, but winner gets top 2, and then loser just drops down to that lower final. So nothing crazy there. I guess, Maz, we have like kind of predictions. I don't know if you guys went through that already in the preview at all, but
no, we had to jump straight into your match. No time for previews or anything. But it's Devin. Yes, if you see Mess, that's Devin, who gives LaCinco12 the first goal. Rudsau off the backboard. Huey just missing the ball completely. Awika got desperate, trying to get to the ball before Devin could. But it's Devin who takes advantage of that mess, yes, pun intended, and gives LaCinco12 the lead in game 1.
You guys already know, if you guys watched a stream before, an SGL stream before, where I'm on the podcast or I'm on anything, because I love this LaCinco12 team, and Rudsau is going to make it 2 off of the kickoff, just beating 2 El Matador players on the wall there, and it's going to be a free net. But I've already said it, like this LaCinco12 team is a top 2 roster in the league, if not the best roster on paper. So I'm super excited to see what they got, but they have a huge opponent in EM in front of you, because we all know what they can do as well.
Absolutely, and this lineup of Huey, Luis, and Wicca, that's a good lineup in and of itself. You know, they still have Caesar who can get involved, but Caesar probably not available for the game 1, so they choose to go with Wicca and Huey together with Luis. And so far, they're having to play catch-up against Rudsau, Devin, and Palace. Palace starting game 1 instead of Kaser. But you know Kaser's going to be around to get involved with in this matchup. But so far, it's the OG LaCinco12 trio who are delivering. Good 50 right there by Palace to keep up the pressure. Now they all got to defend. Wicca brings it forward, but gets beaten by Rudsau. LaCinco12 have been keeping the pace high throughout this whole match. El Matador trying to slow it down, but they're just not getting any time to breathe, Rydog.
Yeah, that's their MO. That's LaCinco12's MO, is just, we're just going to pressure you. Just kind of like what you saw with Chrome. Just, it felt like we being Tim, Accent Army, like, we're just always on the back foot, and that's just how good they play. And you're going to get a similar play style with LaCinco12 of just threatening at all times. They're always going for the ball. They somehow always have boosts. We might have to check their PCs for hacks or something, but they always have boosts and are always ready to go. And so I don't know if the slow play is going to be the right plan for EM, as that one's just going to fall in from Luis. I'm not sure who passed him that one, but Luis is going to cut the deficit in half.
That's a big goal as well, and you know, you need big contributions from your best players, and Luis has played a part right here. Open net, but still got to make those finishes count. Anomaly can attest to that. He hates open nets himself, so you know what? For now, it's worked out, but not that kickoff, though. Oh, you hate to see that, chat. Rudsau getting there first. Huey completely missing. Luis pulling away at the last second. It didn't work out. LaCinco12 got a 2-goal lead back.
Pull the Rydog kickoff there. Definitely not what you want to do when you get a goal back, is kind of give it up right away, as we saw late in that series, last series from Accent Army. But yeah, now sucks, right? Because you just got a goal back. You're like, hey, we're back in this game, and then you kind of give it right back to LaCinco12. So we'll see how EM continue to respond here down 2 with just over half to play.
Still a lot of time for a comeback, by the way. It's just El Matador need to regroup. But once again, every time they bring the ball forward, they just get engaged by LaCinco12 instantly. No time to breathe. We've seen LaCinco12 struggle, though, with big booming clearances, but so far, El Matador doesn't even have a chance to just get that big clearance up. And right now, it's a passing play! Huey diving up Luis for his second, and El Matador working up a creative attack right there. Palace, rough position for him. He was in no man's land, nothing he could do. But Luis, with a 75 mile per hour, 120 kilometer per hour Zinger, courtesy of AlexBangersOnly.com radar gun. 1-goal deficit. El Matador are back.
Yeah, and that's the kind of creativity you're going to need when you're playing this LaCinco12 team. They're usually so good, as we almost see a third coming out, and it does come out. Luis gets his hat trick. Honestly, I'm watching out for Luis, because he's probably still pissed about Shopify. What a dunk that was. Luis is probably still pissed about Shopify Rebellion's result earlier today in RLCS, so he's going to come out with a vengeance, and so far he's got it. All 3 goals for EM.
Yeah, he's definitely going all out right now. LaCinco12 had a 2-goal lead for a bit, but now it's all square. 2 minutes remaining, though. There's still a lot of action remaining. You know, we followed up that Game 7 quite well. Just end-to-end. Good high moments of quality, team play, great defending as well. Aggressive gameplay from LaCinco12. And, of course, that 100 bits from Skyline. Once again, thank you very much, bro. And Caesar the Big Dog is back in the chat, engaging with us, spectating his teammates, delivering right here. Big defensive effort right there, but it's not enough for Huey. Gets the save, but the ball sits perfectly for Palace, and they get the lead yet again. LaCinco12 are up 4-3.
Yeah, that was a good initial save, but just no more defenders in line for EM there. Palace will just tap it home. That might be the easiest goal he will ever score in his life. And yeah, LaCinco12, what's nice about them is that they really don't change their play style no matter what the score is. They'll be up 6-0, down 6-0, doesn't matter. They're still going to attack. They're still going to try and suffocate you. And so I guess it's a double-edged sword, right? Is like you know how they're going to play constantly, and so you can kind of adjust as their opponents, but obviously it's just so hard to beat as is, no matter what the score is. So lead established back for LaCinco12. They're still on the attack. That one's off the post, and in it's Palace. Is that his second or third? Might be his second.
That's his second, but what a great 1-2 right there between Palace and Devin. And Palace slotting it perfectly. We talk about, you know, Luis being frustrated with Shopify Rebellion. Palace is a very happy man seeing Arsenal lift the Premier League title, as well as seeing Carmine Corp win the Paris Major. So he's out here looking to seal the deal. Cherry on top of the cake with LaCinco12 going into the grand final here tonight. 2-goal lead so far, but with less than a minute remaining. We've seen El Matador come back before. So LaCinco12 have to take this seriously and make sure that they really nip it in the bud when they get those attacking moments. Otherwise, waste time. So far, they've been doing everything right.
Yeah, so far so good, and Luis is going to get one back here, so hold your horses. So far for game 1, Luis, just the absolute storyline in this game 1 for EM, pulling a Loy Boy everywhere. Maybe Loy Boy pulled a Luis, maybe. Last series, but nonetheless, Luis putting the team on his back, and we're back to a 1-goal deficit.
LaCinco12 5, Luis 4, with 15 seconds or thereabouts remaining. Could someone else from El Matador step up and get the equalizer? On target! Wicca getting a 2-touch play going, but he couldn't get that second touch. That was it for Luis and El Matador. But they have to keep the ball up now to keep this going. Wicca pops it up. Huey has a full tank of boost. Luis looking for a second touch towards the net. Couldn't get it. And as close as they got, it is LaCinco12 getting game 1 in the bag. What a victory for them to kick off this upper final.
Yeah, what a great game. 9 goals between the two teams there in match number 1. And as I think this this scoreboard kind of tells you the story of game 1 so far, and maybe how these teams play. You see Luis with almost 750 plus points, but then you have all of LaCinco12 just doing everything across the board, right? They're kind of all within 100 points of each other, and that's just how they play. And they're so, like I said, they're so hard to play against. Credit to EM for putting 4 by him, but ultimately it wasn't enough.
Absolutely, and 6 shots as well from Luis. So he was definitely the main attacking player for this El Matador team. We'll see if Caesar steps in, because this was a close game. Caesar might be a difference maker here if he, gets involved for game 2. But, there's still Kaser in and available for
I hope
LaCinco12.
Kaser has internet. I hope Kaser has internet, man. I know that sometimes plagues him a little bit. So hopefully it's hopefully he's just having a good life and living his good life. Unless he comes in, obviously, we don't know. We don't know if he's subbed in or not. But I think with any LaCinco12 team, you could say the same thing for EM too. Like, you know what you're gonna get. Like, Kaser comes into this lineup, and it's gonna be the same thing. They're gonna suffocate you. They're gonna steal your boost. They're gonna demo you. They're gonna do all this stuff. and same with Caesar coming in. If he does end up coming in, it's going to be a similar player to Luis. Obviously, we know how good his mechanics are, and yeah, this series is going to be high flying. I hope this doesn't. Surely this doesn't just go 4 games, right, or 5 games. Hopefully, we get a 6, or maybe see Champions Field.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna get too greedy right here. I'm, gonna just hope we get some entertaining games. And we had an absolutely entertaining game here in game 1. LaCinco12 starting off strong, then El Matador getting back into it. That Luis Huey combo worked really well, by the way. We've seen Huey really step up this mini season, so would not be surprised if he gets to play a big part as the match progresses.
And to be fair, I like the way Wicca plays too, and so it's unfortunate he just didn't have a lot of involvement in that game 1. But we're gonna see the same lineups. No, we're gonna see Kaser coming in for Runsao as the only sub of game number 2. So we'll see. Like I said, it shouldn't impact anything for LaCinco12, as they're gonna get on the score sheet first, and none other than the sub Kaser. I think he was just the last one to touch this. Surely Devin was the one that kind of powered this on.
Well, Kaser got the final touch, but that was an insane goal line pinch right there to get the first goal for LaCinco12. El Matador, no Caesar available as of now, so they're sticking with the same trio. On the back foot yet again, though, have a lot of work to do to catch up right here.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, and you kind of alluded to it as well, like who else steps up for EM? Obviously, it can be the Luis show, but will it be the Luis show? And honestly, you're not going to beat this LaCinco12 team with just Luis. Obviously, we almost saw that in game 1, but not quite. So, especially with the addition of Kaser being so good mechanically, you're definitely going to need somebody else to step up.
Oh, big time. And you know what? Kaser coming in for Runsao is a bit of a surprise, because typically Runsao is like Mr. Dependable for them, They don't like to take him out, but this time they're going with Devin, Palace, and Kaser. And as good of a start as they had, Luis, of course it had to be him, stepping up and getting the equalizer. Look at that angle that he set up for himself. Wow.
Like, why is he there? Like, why is he there? He's stealing boosts, and the ball just pops to him. That's just Luis, man. He's just kind of that player that just, you always got to, move that right stick around. You never know where he's going to be. As we see a double reset from Kaser, not quite. Palace comes in. Not quite this time for LaCinco12. Here comes Mr. First Killer Lover again. Getting a ground pinch, but it's not going to go too far. Going to try and bump Kaser out of the way. Huey shot on target, but it's going to be saved away by none other than Kaser.
We haven't really said Wicca's name much tonight, Rydog. Typically, Wicca steps up and gets some big goals himself, as well as a big follow-up final touches at the third man. But this time around, he's just been barely involved. What do you think it'll take for him to play a bigger part in this matchup?
I don't know, and I mean this with the most, the utmost respect, is I hate playing against Wicca, man, because he's usually, just all over the place and just kind of a Runsao-esque player, right? Where you just kind of in your grill at all times. You always got to look around for him. You never know where he's going to be. He's always... You think he has like 20 boosts in the tank, and somehow he still wins a 50 on you, and just doesn't make any sense. And so, yeah, for him to get back in this game, I think he just got to get consistent touches, consistent beats, just like that, helping the offensive side of the ball. I think the defense has been a lot better here in this game number 2. But yeah, can we just continue the play here? Is this going to be a double commit coming out from EM? And as I say that, Kaser's just going to tap this one in and give LaCinco12 a lead. So as soon as I was talking about Wicca, of course, he doesn't have boost there. And Huey went as well. And Kaser, just an easy tap.
That is a terrible moment for El Matador right there, Rydog. Once I saw Huey and Wicca both jump up for it, I'm like, uh-oh, they messed up. Because I don't think Wicca was the right person to go up for that. He didn't even have much boost. That should have been Huey, but Wicca just wanted to get a touch. And I think he's gone to a point where, because he's so barely involved, he's just getting desperate to get a touch on the ball. And you see those kind of moments pop up. If you want to think of another player who does that, most notably in RLCS gameplay, Nupo is that kind of guy for Twisted Minds, where when things go bad for him, he just tries to force himself in the situation to get the touches. Crazy Cookser pitch. I've not seen a Cookser pitch go that fast. Fortunately for El Matador, it's off target. The deficit is still a 1 for them. LaCinco12, they're looking to extend their lead by 2. Just not getting the final break right here, but they have done a great job of applying the pressure against this FC Dallas cohort.
Yeah, and especially for Wicca, too, just going back. Like, if you're not hitting the ball or you feel like you're just not you know, the same as you normally are, maybe. It's what else can you do to help your team? Can you get a demo? Can you get a boost steal? Can you kind of help your offense in that way where those things don't show up on the score sheet, right? So you might have 134 points like Wicked did last game, but are you stealing the boost? Are you getting demos? Are you keeping the offense alive? Just like that for Huey. Can he get up there? No, not quite, but that stuff doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but yet it's still super, super important as Kaser fakes out Luis. Palace is going to come in. That one's going to go off the bar. Not quite again for Devin and Co. this time, but yeah, like I said, LaCinco12 still putting a lot of pressure on.
Oh, Palace looking for a solo play right there, but the ball stays way too low. He was looking for a higher bounce off the corner. Doesn't work out for him. But with Kaser coming in, LaCinco12 seem to have gone up a whole other level. They may not have been as clinical as they were in game one, but they have done a better job of sustaining the pressure and keeping El Matador out of this game so far. Wicca, though, gets it to the other end. Can he get the boost? He does. Can he follow this up with Palace? Palace does a great job of taking it away, but he cannot beat Luis. Devin clears it out into the midfield. Palace gets the great touch to take it away to the other end and waste more time on the clock as Kaser comes in for the center, and Huey does enough to keep it out.
Still 30 seconds left. Oh, that's a last man beat, and there's Huey to tap in the beautiful pass from Luis. I was just about to say, to beat this LaCinco12 team, you just got to beat the person in front of you, right? Because with their just high-powered offense, they're just going to go and jump and try and win the ball. So if you can just play it around the first player, the player that you are up against, you're going to do great things for your team. Luis absolutely did that, and Huey was right there to tap it home. And we have a level game in game two.
And you got to take your chances when they matter. El Matador have definitely done that. I don't know how many shots El Matador as a whole have. Right, Dog, you could tell me about that right now, but I don't think it's more than what LaCinco12 have. As we enter the final 10 seconds, Wicca getting a great beat. Still has the boost to keep it going, but the bump gets the ball away. And now El Matador backpedaling. Final chance right here for LaCinco12. Luis gets it to the other end, and we have overtime in game two. Chat, this has been a great follow-up to the first match. These two teams are putting on a show for us tonight.
Absolutely, yeah. Kaser did such a good job there. Just, you could tell he wanted to keep that up. He wanted to keep going, but it's just a smart decision there. Just kind of facing your own net, not a lot of boost, and just kind of letting it die. We go into golden goal overtime. Once again, we're starting on the defensive half for Orange. We'll see how EM can kind of get a hold of this. They scored the last goal. They have a little bit of momentum. Here comes Kaser. Can he get a double tap? He can. Kaser, the story in game number two, and LaCinco12 double their lead in the series.
We've talked about Loy Boy magic in the first match. Now it's Kaser's turn to deliver some magic, and he extends LaCinco12's lead to 2. El Matador fought back very well, but Kaser, as you said, Rydog, is the difference maker here tonight. And El Matador really have no answer for this LaCinco12 side. Even though they are able to fight back, they just don't have it in them to get that lead and sustain it.
Yeah, and do you call upon a Caesar? Do you call upon somebody else on the roster that can kind of just shake things up a little bit? I don't think they're playing poorly by any means. Like, you see the 108 on Wicca, and you're like, was he really there? I think he played better than game number one, but I also, like I said, I don't think points tell the entire story of a Rocket League game. Obviously, you can see on the left-hand side of your screen, it definitely does for Kaser there. 3 goals, a few demos, a key save, and yeah, like I said, any roster for LaCinco12 is gonna cook, and they're cooking right now.
They really are. They absolutely are. And Kaser can come in for Runsao, and they can take someone else out for Runsao now, and just go with an insane team for game 3. I mean, I really don't know what El Matador could do right here, because it feels like they can rotate however they want and they'll still have a top team.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Yeah, this is not a like I said, this is not EM playing bad. I don't think they're playing bad. Obviously, they're 1-goal games, right? They're just a few individual moments that they need to clean up, and they'll be right back in this series. But so the series is far from over, right? It just takes those little moments, and they'll climb back in the series. But yeah, it might have to be a LaCinco12 mistake, if I'm being honest. I think both teams are playing really clean, and there hasn't been a lot of mistakes. but if there is one, you're gonna have to capitalize.
Oh, absolutely. And speaking of, you know, capitalizing, it would have been nice if Caesar would have been around, but looking at the chat, he's kind of rambling, and then yes, I see the typos. He might be inebriated, so that might explain why he's not involved so far.
Hey, that's okay. I'm having a drink too. I'm having a celebratory drink too. So, cheers, my good sir, Mr. Caesar. And I wanted to bring this up earlier, and I didn't, because hopefully he's still in chat. Skyline, I saw you might be around for the Timbers game, potentially FC Dallas game in July. Hit me up. Let's we can link up with Nelly and maybe some of the other gang too. So let me know. But yeah, we getting close to game number 3, I think. I don't really know. I'm in spectator mode.
I just have to confirm that the lineups are as they are. Just got to make sure.
Cool.
Then we will get started.
Yeah, maybe. I think there was a sub, right?
There
oh, we do have a sub.
No, there
oh, there
isn't.
is.
No,
Oh, there is.
No.
Oh, there's not. Oh, there's not. I see. Oh, yes, there is, Matt. Last minute change.
No, we gotta fix this. We gotta fix this. There's some confusion going on.
We have 6 players. I think we're good.
We're not starting this right now.
Okay, we're pausing.
Because there's a lack of clarity on who the subs are. So we gotta fix that up first.
We're just trying to throw players in the game. Luckily, you put 3v3 mode, not 4v4. So you just had a whole bunch of people joining. But so it sounds like it looks like Caesar is around. So I think that is a good thing. Trying to figure out what's for dinner, guys. What should I eat for dinner as we get ready to jump back in?
I think the lineups are now set. We will get started very soon. We just got to make sure everything is good. Also, by the way, whilst that's happening, Trigger, thank you very much for the gift sub. ET Home Phone 69, the benefactor, having followed the channel recently, now gets a gift sub. So now they can watch the stream without any ads and interruptions, so they can enjoy it. Thank you very much for your support, Trigger. Really appreciate it.
We love you, Trigger. We love you, brother. And like I said, we're gonna jump into this game through here pretty soon. We have a sippical moment, we'll call it.
Yeah, well, we really did have a bit of a sippical moment for sure. Anyways, here we go. And yes, that is right. Caesar has come in for Wicca, so it's Caesar, Luis, and Huey versus Runsao, Kaser, and Devin. Palace stepping back for Runsao to come in. And we are seeing 2 top lineups right here going off against each other, right, Og?
Yeah, this should be what it's about. No, whoever wins this game might have the better roster potentially on paper. Caesar from Huey, and Caesar makes the instant impact. What a pass from Huey. Kind of waiting on the boost there in his back corner, and he'll just flip this one right into the middle. And Caesar, Mr. Costa Rica decal, gets EM on the board first.
Caesar with the drunken stats, delivering with an 81 mile per hour. I think that was 136 kilometer per hour banger. Courtesy of AliceBangersOnly.com radar gun, and El Matador take the lead in this game 3. Caesar already playing a big part.
Yeah, and how does LaCinco12 respond? Like I said, they're not going to change their playstyle, even though they are down early. There's still plenty of time in this game, but yeah, how do you adjust to a Caesar, right? It's a definitely a different player than Wicca, and right now LaCinco12 don't have a response. It's Luis doubling the lead for EM with Huey, the assist man right now.
And yeah, Huey and Luis combining together yet again. That duo has been phenomenal tonight. And you know, there's been no answer for LaCinco12 against that duo, so I think El Matador, they got to keep going with what's good, and that's Luis and Huey on the attack.
And it's all about roles, right? Because you don't want 3 just uber mechanical players that don't play with each other, right? Like, you definitely don't want that. And so Huey's just filling in the role of, hey, I know Luis is a goal scorer. I'm just going to give him the ball and get all the assists, right? I know Caesar's really good mechanically. I'm just going to give him the ball and get assists. So it's a really smart play from Huey. He doesn't need to do all the goal scoring with how much talent that EM roster has. And yeah, they're looking good to start this game 3.
Oh, absolutely. Huey, the playmaker. Luis, the all-rounder. Caesar, the X-Factor. Against Ruts Out, Mr. Reliable. Devin, the X-Factor. And Kaser, the star man. So we'll see how this match unfolds. Right now, El Matador in total control, getting the demos, getting the pace of play up as well. Dallas got off, but with Caesar coming in, it's been a massive upgrade for El Matador. That has been the big difference. LaCinco12 just on the back foot right now. 1v2! And Huey gets in on the goal scoring action. All 3 El Matador players with a goal. Huey has Caesar to thank though. Look at that. Interfering with Devin's ability to get back, and ignore that in the chat. Yeah, don't worry about that. But 3-0 up for El Matador. This has been an insanely different game 3 compared to the first 2 games.
It's crazy, right? You mentioned like how crazy you have one sub and it just changes the entire complexion of the game. I'm gonna toot my own horn here and say you can say the same thing about me coming in for Accent Army earlier a little bit. But yeah, we all know how good Caesar is, and you're just seeing it right here. Ball across the middle, not quite, but yeah, for LaCinco12, who are you looking at to kind of get back in this game? Surely it's got to be Kaser. Flip reset. Can he get another one? No. But yeah, surely it's got to be Kaser. Comes alive in this game 3 if they want to come back in this game.
Yeah, right now Kaser just not getting, you know, the time to execute. Runs out with a shot effort off target though. First good look, but Kaser's there to follow it up. You mentioned his name, but he's going to play a part. Kaser gets the first goal for LaCinco12. Caesar playing it right to him. That is a massive mistake. And LaCinco12 punishes them for it. 3-1 with 2 minutes, 7 seconds remaining. It's definitely game on. There's still a lot of time for a comeback.
Yeah, still, this game is not over yet. And surely LaCinco12 know that as we're back on the orange half. And that one's going to be 2 quick goals. This one courtesy of Devin off the kickoff, a demo there. And Runsal just causing havoc like he normally does. And that beautiful start for EM is seemingly just washed away.
No ghost touch right there, by the way. Caesar actually whiffed. So, yeah. He,
Copium.
Yeah, it would have been Copium if there was a ghost touch, because at least there would have been some basis for that. But right now, Caesar, oh, man, he has to regroup. El Matador quickly on the back foot, but now Luis inspiring them, trying to get them going yet again. But it's Rutsau who carries, beats Luis. Rutsau looking for the center, but Huey does just enough to get that ball away from the goal. Now Caesar with 0 boost, bringing it to the blue half. Kaser gets beaten by Huey right there. Luis looking for a 50, didn't work out. Now Caesar needs to defend. The best defensive player in SGL of Season 10, Caesar, looking to play a big part for his team now, even in his drunken state. Huey off the backboard, cannot get anything right there. Caesar looking for a solo play, but the ball bounces down. He was not ready for that. Big whip right there from Huey. El Matador starting to slow it down though, to see if they can waste some time. But with this LaCinco12 side, don't expect the pace to slow down. They'll keep it going no matter what.
Oh yeah, the next person's there to challenge. The next person's there to challenge. And as soon as you think that there's a break in the action, there's not. They're right back to it. Huey gets beaten on the side by Kaser. Here comes Caesar. On the side, Luis combines. Can he get a double tap? He can't. Caesar's there.
Oh,
that one's off the post. Huey comes in and gets the insurance goal back to... I guess it's a commentator's curse. Did he hear me talking smack and saying, hey, he's not really the goal scorer. He's not really the goal scorer. Well, he's goal scoring in this game. He's got 2. And like I said, insurance goal back for EM.
That's a huge goal as well from Huey. 2 goals in this game. 2 assists as well, if I'm not mistaken. So he's been involved in every single goal. But now they need to defend. Kaser gets going, but everyone pushes up, and then the third man gets demoed. Luis seals the deal. 5-2 with 21 seconds remaining. El Matador are back.
EM are back, and like I said, they just needed a few bounces to go their way. Obviously, the slap of Caesar helped, but they just needed a few things to go their way, and they finally got it here in this game 3. And barring a miracle, it is going to be EM taking a game in this series.
Well, the miracle requires a goal at this instant. They might get a chance right here. Runsow misses. Devin couldn't make it. It's too little too late for LaCinco12, but El Matador needed Caesar to step up, and he has. El Matador take game 3. And now this match is well and truly on.
Shout out Huey Luis getting snubbed MVP, but rightfully so. I think Huey was all over the place. It felt like we were just saying his name constantly in that game number 3. So well deserved, and as you can kind of see from the EM scoreline, right? Pulling a page out of LaCinco12's book. They're all within 24 points of each other. So it's really a team effort for EM in this game number 3 to get back in the series. And yeah, we'll see if there's any adjustments, any subs that LaCinco12 may. Obviously, I know that they like to rotate their roster as well. So we'll see kind of who comes in and who's coming out if that's the route they decide to go. But yeah, Maz, we're having this is a fun series so far, man. High flying, lots of goals, close games. I'm loving it.
Yeah, you thought you were going to get a break? No, not at all.
No break. Nope. Not even there.
Hey, Sunday night, you think it's going to be nice and easy, chill? Nah, we wrapping it up tonight.
Great. I love it. I'm with it.
People are commenting in the chat about the music. This is in-game music, streamer safe as well, so I don't even know what song this is. Oh, of course. It's from the RLCS soundtrack. But anyways, we're going to go jump into game 4 right now. We'll see what the subs are for both sides, if any. And El Matador keep the same trio. LaCinco12 bring in Palace for Devin. Here we go, game 4 of Parc de Paris. Can the Paris buff work out for both sets of players? It is El Matador who take advantage. Great kickoff play. Caesar to Luis from one side to the other. Open net courtesy of a big Caesar demo. They worked on that for sure, and the set piece comes to fruition. 1-0 after 6 seconds.
Lovely, lovely play from Caesar there, man. I mean, we just keep talking about him. He's doing everything. Luis, can he do it again? Palace 50, that was huge. Oh, and this ball's going the other way. Runs out, can he tap it in? No, Huey gets back in time. Back and forth stuff to start game number 4, and I love it.
I thought Rutsau had that right there, but Huey got back right on cue. In hindsight, maybe you should have slowed it down and looked for a 50 instead, but you know what? When you're in that position, you don't know where Huey is, so gotta just go for goal when you have that open net at your mercy. Now on the other end, good pass out to Kaser. Rutsau following it up. Good save, though, from Caesar. Save number 1 in game 4. How many saves will he get in this game? We shall see. But you know when he gets the saves going right on, he doesn't stop.
Yeah, he had like 100 something in season 10. Is that right? Somebody might need to. Where's Direct? Might need a Direct fact check on that. But Caesar had a ton of saves last season, and so yeah, he's getting his first there, and he's all over the field, right? I mean, we said Huey got MVP. I mean, rightfully so. But Caesar also had a ton of different stats last game as well. So that one's going to be open. Huey back this time. So Huey following up his MVP performance with another crucial save for EM, and it's a little more on edge than last game, but they're still playing just as well, if not even better, in this game 4.
Yeah, but that one big whiff means that LaCinco12 are now down by 2 goals. You don't see errors like that from Rutsau too often, but oh, that's gotta hurt. Palace with 0 boost, expecting a contact on the ball from Rutsau. He gets caught off guard, and El Matador have a 2-goal lead going into this game 4. Absolutely massive for them. They are well and truly back.
You know what's funny? I was thinking about it, right? Because obviously we won tonight, so we're moving on to face either KC or Wonderwall. And I was thinking, like, okay, after that, who would I want to face? Like, do I want to play LaCinco12 again? I mean, we played them to 7 in match number 1. We haven't seen EM yet, so would that be kind of fun to, play a new team? And truthfully, I don't want to play either team right now. Both teams are locked in. This is like basically 100% of both teams, and I'm loving it.
I mean, the pace of play is incredibly fast right here, right on. Both teams are just putting it at 100, not trying to slow down one bit. You know, we saw some insane individual plays, but no team is capable of getting their individual plays going right now. No time to breathe, no room to execute, but everyone has to make their moments count. Kaser with zero boost getting a big save off the crossbar right there to keep the deficit at 2 for LaCinco12. But the rotations from El Matador have been so good. Every time LaCinco12 have a chance to go forward, they have to face someone at the back. And that one guy typically is Caesar, and I bet you they hate to see him at the back right there.
I was just about to say, too, like, maybe LaCinco12 needs some demos, needs some physicality in this game, but I feel you're right. Like, as soon as you said, like, the rotations right now for EM are so good that even when they do get demoed, like, there's somebody back, there's somebody challenging, like, there's no really threat to having 2 players on the field at one time. As Palace is going to put this one into the middle. Runsell is going to try and tap this down for Kaser, but Huey is right there, man. Huey might be MVP of the series if it keeps going this way.
Yeah, Huey has done it at all areas of the field. Another save right there with 0 boost. We talked about Caesar and his saves, but Huey making the saves at the moment. Luis finally getting a clear out to give his teammates a chance to collect some boost in the tank. Caesar, Huey, and Luis are now filled up. They're now bringing the ball forward. Big 50 to beat Runsell. Caesar with 0 though, trying to follow it up. And going to chat real quick. Devin was commenting on Caesar's gameplay, saying he challenges everything and it's so unexpected, we just freeze up. And this is something that, you know, they needed as well against this LaCinco12 side, as yet another 51 by Luis. Huey pitches it to the other end. Wow.
Yeah, a little too much sauce there. Because Luis and Caesar combined, the OG duo, coming out, but right now I'm just not feeling LaCinco12. Like, just their offensive process is not there. Runsell just kind of a... Caesar's there, but like, it's not really worrying. It's not really like, okay, there's not really a huge chance. Of course, this is the team that you don't want that to happen. It's Palace. It's going to hit the crossbar. Kaser Huey with a huge save. Runsell, how about again? Oh, Luis denies him. Kaser on target. Luis again. So as it's commentators curse again, I was just saying they haven't looked dangerous all game.
Wait.
They do. A pre-jump from Caesar. I think everybody was up though, so nothing doing there. But what a defensive stand from EM. That might be save of the season. Saves of the season.
And it's a team effort too. No one player stepping up. Everyone playing a big part. LaCinco12 2-0 up are now all square against El Matador. It is now a best of 5. Or best of 3 rather, sorry, best of 3.
Runsell puts it in on 0 seconds. It's not going to matter in the end. What a save from Luis, and Runsell says, I'm going to dunk you. For the last second goal there. Obviously, it doesn't matter. EM are going to take this game number 4, and do you take a timeout if you're LaCinco12 and just kind of calm the nerves there, kind of figure some things out? I don't think they're going to change their, like I said, they're not going to change their game plan. They might do some the rotation still. They're not going to, you know, change that potentially. But dang, I mean, it's funny because you look on paper and you're like, okay, Luis, we know he can do. He's mechanical. Same with Caesar. And you look at Huey and you're like, okay, maybe we can like kind of pick on him and kind of like, okay, bump him a little bit and kind of just cause some chaos. I think Huey's the best player on the field right now. I mean, the stats say it. Obviously, you can see 6 saves there. It's crazy.
6 saves, God.
And obviously assists in prior games and goals and everything. But I do not want to play Huey right now. So if you're Luis and Caesar, you got to give him the rock as much as you can because he is hot right now.
He absolutely is hot. And you know what? He got as many saves as Luis and Caesar combined. That is absolutely insane. That whole team got 6 times more saves than LaCinco12. That's absolutely insane to see. Oh my God. I mean, LaCinco12, you know what? It's all even. It's a brand new matchup for them. Let's see if they can get that mental reset going. No timeout, though. Okay, Rhydog, I want to ask you this because no single team has used a timeout so far in this whole tournament, even though they've had the option. Why do you think a team would not want to use up their timeout?
I think it's just based off of play, right? I think if you're just getting out, there's 2 different types of timeouts, right? There's timeouts of, hey, we're getting outplayed, we need a timeout. Or there's a, hey, this team has momentum, we need to stop that momentum, regardless of how we're playing right now, right? And so I think if they were to take a timeout, it would be purely a momentum timeout, but they might regret that because Huey, once again, on this, what an insane dunk from Luis, ×2. and Huey will tap it in. Yeah, do you take a timeout after this? You know, if LaCinco12 lose this game, do you take a timeout and say, hey, wait, we need to stop this momentum. We need to kind of get ourselves back to where we were in those first 2 games of the series? Because right now it's been all EM after game 2.
Well, I guess we can kind of answer the question of why teams aren't taking timeouts. Because yes, wait, we got timeouts. Yes, we have timeouts. It's a knockout tournament, so you're definitely going to get timeouts.
Oh, yeah.
We've given reminders to all teams as part of the first week of matches, and it's not, there's no need to give reminders every time, you know, because it's on the players to know this. But yes, you have timeouts. If you guys want to use it, you can. Trash losing, who needs timeouts, to be honest? I mean, sometimes it helps.
I mean, so, like I said, sometimes you're just playing good and you just, like, the ball bounces the wrong way, right? Like, why EM probably didn't take a timeout after game 2. Like, those are 1-goal games. 1 went to overtime. You're playing well. You don't really need a timeout there. But like I said, if you are LaCinco12, if you lose this game 5, like, why wouldn't you?
Oh, my God.
Why wouldn't you? Because Huey right now is looking like the best player in the league.
Huey is the best El Matador player, and that's saying something in a lineup consisting of him, Caesar, and Luis. It is Huey, the weakest player on paper, making the biggest contributions on a hat-trick now as El Matador take a 2-goal lead against Runsound, Palace, and Kaser. No subs from LaCinco12. They might live to regret that because they need to change things up fast.
Like I said, I don't think it's just any of the fault of LaCinco12's players. I just think that EM are playing better, but you're going to have to capitalize on opportunities like that. That one's going to go off the bar from Runsound, and we're back down on the other end in the blue half.
They needed to get a goal right there. The open net at their mercy. Nobody able to put it in. El Matador will just enjoy that. Because now they know they have this game under wraps. LaCinco12 need to find something to disrupt their rhythm and flow right now. But Kaser is also struggling. I mean, he is the strongest player in this lobby. Possibly the strongest player in the whole league. And he has barely had a big contribution.
Oh, stop it!
But we cannot say the same about Huey. He has stepped up. He has brought out a big moment of magic, getting an insane double off a Luis pass. And that is his hat trick, sealed and signed 3-0, courtesy of one Huey.
Unbelievable performance from Huey. This might be I mean, this is easily the best I've ever seen him play. I'm in shock. It's funny because Huey, you know, he can hit those doubles. It's not like that's like a special play for him. I mean, it is because it's a double tap, right? But like we know he can do it. It's just you look on this roster from EM and you look and say, okay, yeah, Luis is the mechanical one, Caesar's the mechanical one, and then you have Huey hitting shots like that. Like that, I want to play LaCinco12 now. I don't want to play this Huey. Not a chance.
Oh my goodness, he had another shot on goal, but off target. LaCinco12 look short of confidence at the moment. Runsound, Mr. Dependable, has been anything but. Just missing his shots, missing his moments. He's looking like the worst player right now. Maybe they might need to sub him off. As weird as it is to say. Meanwhile, El Matador enjoying it. Enjoying Game 5 right here in Estadio Vida. Putting on a show for all of us. This has been a huge turning point. They were down 2-0 in the first 2 games. And now they're a brand new team, Rydog.
Yeah, you got to buy a goal. You got to do something. You got to stop the bleeding. You got to buy a goal. I mean, these touches are just not doing you any good for LaCinco12. They just need something to go in. Even if it's a stupid goal, ghost touches, or whatever. You just need something to stop the bleeding and say, hey, we're going to be fine. But that's just not coming. They've had some chances, like we mentioned. They've just...
Oh, no.
Kaser with another missed Palace with an insane save, but Luis puts it top cheddar. And honestly, Maz, I think that's going to be it for game number 5. Unbelievable performance from EM.
Unlucky from Palace right there. I like what he was trying to do there, but cleanup work from Luis. And that's 4-0 with 69 seconds remaining. El Matador looking to put themselves into match point at Neo Tokyo. We saw a legendary performance from your Axon Army in Game 6 against Frontera Chrome. Now that's what LaCinco12 needs to get back into this and take us to game 7. But right now it's been all El Matador. Just control. Even Gazer has a loose touch in the air. I cannot believe what I'm seeing right here. God, what is going on?
They're just lost right now. They need to find their form, and they just can't stop because El Matador is just saying, hey, we're not giving you anything right now because we just want to keep this momentum going. We want to get it done in 6. Yeah, you might have had the first 2 games, but we're going to finish it in 4 straight. But who knows, Maz? I mean, what do when you have Luis pre-jumping a Huey pass? Not quite this time, but they're confident. I think this first goal in this game 6 is going to be everything for these 2 teams to see how the rest of the series is going to go. Let's see if LaCinco12 can get one towards the end of this match. It's coming up above the orange net. LaCinco just nothing doing this time. It's going to be, oh, not quite yet. Got to keep this up. Oh. Alice, no, not quite. And it is going to be a clean sheet for EM. And man, first 2 games to LaCinco12. The next 3 going to EM. Oh boy.
Do you want to see this contrast between games 4 and 5, right, Og? El Matador had 12 saves in game 4. 0 saves this time. LaCinco12
they haven't need to save anything.
Yeah. Just something needs to change.
How many shots does LaCinco12 have?
Sorry?
4?
4 shots.
LaCinco12 had 4 shots, which you would think they would score at least 1, if not 2. But I feel like, and Maz, you've said it kind of before, like, all of their shots just hitting the crossbar, just, you know, maybe you need one more boost pad to kind of get over the ball to hit it down enough, but just, it's just not, you need something special. That's what we're looking at Kaser, right? Because we're kind of talking about him. Like, he's having loose touches, and what is going on? I mean, you look at the stats there on the left-hand side of your screen, you do not want Kaser to have 140 points, because that's how you, like, that's awful, and you don't want that. But that just proves that EM are just doing everything right now, kind of in the latter half of this series.
Actually, insane to see Kaser have the lowest points in the lobby. Now,
that's what I'm saying.
We are in game 6. They gotta brush this off. They have to treat this as a single game. Make the most of it. Here we go. Good start for LaCinco12 off the kickoff. Devin coming back in for Palace. But no, now they get beaten. Big long ball to the other end. Luis going for a shot. Huey also off target. Caesar directs it to the corner. Looking to center it, but no one's there. LaCinco12 get away with it. That could have been 1-0 for EM.
Yeah, back and forth stuff to start game number 6 on the infamous Neo Tokyo. Huey passing it over to Luis, not quite this time, but like I said, this first goal is going to be huge for LaCinco12. If they can kind of right the ship a little bit, and get on the board first, and kind of maybe keep the lead for maybe a minute, they're going to be in a lot better shape than they were where they were in these last 3 games. But obviously the hardest part there is getting a goal, and of course not letting this super hot EM offense get on the board too.
You see it right there. Anytime El Matador get a couple of touches, they bring the ball up instantly, and LaCinco12 just have to backpedal in front of the net to make sure they don't leave it open for an early shot. Good effort right there, though. Good one, too, to get the ball going to the other end, but a great touch to put it down for Huey, who tries to bring it forward, gets beaten by Kaser. Now Caesar has all the time to get the challenge on Devin. Mid-50. Luis has all the time to take it on. He's going to keep this going off the ceiling. Looking for a touch off the ground, off the backboard, not on target. Oh my goodness, El Matador cooking, but it's still 0-0.
I mean, that's a problem for LaCinco12. Right, here comes Huey. Can he get this one? Luis,
God.
He's going to save Luis's shot there. So we're still 0-0, but that's scary. Like, if you have an EM team that's doing that, they're confident. That's scary. Like, I feel for LaCinco12 right now. Like, here comes Caesar.
Oh, what a pass.
Back into Luis. Can he get a flick? He can. Kaser's there, though. But here comes Huey, who cannot stop being a point machine for this team. And Huey gets the first goal for EM in Game 6.
God, that is such a good goal by El Matador. Great pass from Caesar to Luis. Luis with an incredibly well-cushioned first touch. beating Rutsau. Then Caesar bumps Devin away. Kaser left all on his own. Once Kaser made that save, Huey was there for the follow-up. Just incredible teamwork right there from El Matador now. They're locked in and it's safe.
There we go.
But they let one through.
So what happened here? Yeah. Oh, great pass from Devin. That's beautiful. Kaser just following up there, and you can see they don't. All three LaCinco12 players had 0 boost that whole time, and they still send the house. And that was just missing in those last few games. They just were not making their shots. They weren't sending that third man, and they're finally on the board after over 6 minutes, 7, 8 minutes of gameplay. And we might have a game 6 on our hands now.
Oh, we have a game 6, and now LaCinco12 get the lead. Huge attacking movement right there. Rutsau going for the bump, leaves Kaser with a tap in. And it's now LaCinco12's turn to put El Matador on the back foot. They're up 2-1. And we are about to enter the second half of game 6. Chat, we might be seeing another game 7.
We might. Here's Runsau dunking Huey on the back line after getting a save. But that was a great bump from Runsau, right? That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. He's so good at doing those sorts of things. But here comes Huey. Who else could it be? Luis being the assister this time. Does he get a flip here? No, not quite. He just goes low on Kaser, and Huey reads the post bounce.
You know what's crazy?
I'm laughing, man. This is funny. This is what a series.
Dude, Luis didn't even get the flip reset. He had to improv right there, and he got an insane dunk. And Huey has been reading these attacks so well. He's always at the right spot to get the follow-up shot. We barely said Caesar's name, but it's because Luis and Huey are doing so much good work on the attack. Caesar's trying to disrupt LaCinco12. It doesn't work out. Huey now taking over. Might we see another moment of magic from it? No, he loses control completely. But Kaser gives it up to Luis. You don't see that every day from Kaser. Now Luis off the ceiling, looking for the dunk. Kaser does way better there to clear it towards Rutsau. No touch from him, but that's fine. LaCinco12 are now in the orange half.
Runsau's going to have a free ball here. We'll see what he does. He's going to pump it back in. Huey's going to read it off to the side. Kaser, not the touch that he wants. Huey's going to play this one. Going kind of back and forth. 1 minute and 20 seconds left. This pivotal game 6. If EM wins, we will, in fact, have a series winner. But if not, we will be going to Champions Field, everybody's favorite, in 2 straight matches, which would be absolute cinema on a Sunday night, Mess. On a Sunday night.
Absolutely insane, right? But you can see LaCinco12 up at the pace now. Now they're pushing El Matador back, making each of their touches count. Devin coming in has definitely helped with the pace of play. Couldn't get the second touch right there. But Rutsau and Kaser are now well and truly settled in. They're looking really comfortable at the moment. Trying to get some team plays going. But a lot more often than not, they just get the boom forward, and El Matador already has one back to settle and calm things down. But now they have to defend. Caesar gets the save, but Devil, for his effort. Huey with a nice 50 to keep LaCinco12 back. Gets the boost steal as well. Luis gets beaten by Rutsau, but cannot get past Caesar, who gets a 50 to keep the pressure going. Huey towards the midfield. Bump from Rutsau, but Luis runs out of boost. Someone has to take over, and it's Caesar looking to slow things down. Gets the ground 50. This has been really even so far. Could go either way.
Could go either way. Runsau gonna play this one on target. Devin keeping this one in. EM might need to clear. Luis with no boost. Just going to pump this down the field. Runsau might just put this one to the ground. He won't. Huey's going to keep this one up. Not sure really why he did that, but something immediate coming out from LaCinco12. We have overtime in game number 6. Maz, I think what's really helping LaCinco12 right now is their defensive clears are turning EM around. Let's see if it's even going to matter. Caesar off the backboard. Great read from Devin. That
was huge because you saw Caesar setting himself up for the double right there. Devin knew what was coming, got himself ready. Caesar, though, beats Kaser. And oh my goodness, it's all about the fine margins. Someone has to make their moments count. And it's Luis who makes his shot count. Couldn't get it on target the first time, but he's there for the follow-up. And it's game over. Game, set, and match. El Matador are in the grand final. LaCinco12 go down to the lower final.
What an insane series. Guys, you've been treated, man. If you've been tuning in this whole night, you've had some absolute treats of series. What a performance from EM. I mean, Kaser just got beat on that last one. I think he thought it was in. And so he was kind of going to hit the ball out, but it just hits the post and goes right back to Luis, who taps it in. And Luis getting a little bit of revenge for Shopify Rebellion earlier. But what, man, what a fun match that is. But it's so much better from LaCinco12. You see the scores there on that left side of your screen there. I mean, Kaser was 600 points. That's where you need Kaser to be the rest of the series. You just didn't see it in games 3, 4, and 5. And you finally saw it in game 6. And unfortunately, just a kind of a lucky-ish bounce goes EM's way. But when you have a star player like that, kind of just lose their mojo in the middle of the series, it's tough. Especially, and it's not to say that LaCinco12 rely on Kaser. They don't. They're all individually insane players. It was just too little too late at that point.
Yeah, for real. Too little too late, but you know what? Give credit to El Matador right here. I mean, once Caesar came in, El Matador just went to the next level, and they look like a proper team in every single game. He didn't have one guy carrying. Everyone played their part in every area of the field. So, huge props to them for that. Insane performance from that team. And you know what, Rydog? They are a scary team for sure. They definitely are the favorite to win Season 10.5 SGL Premier for sure.
And that's a scary team. I mean, the first 2 games of that series, EM looked completely different, but I don't think that's a knock on Wicca, or, I mean, it might be a positive on Caesar. I don't think that's a knock on Wicca, as much as that's kind of maybe the turning point of that series. Truthfully, I think just Wicca maybe was just having an off day, like we all have every once in a while, right? It's Rocket League. And so I think that sub was perfect for EM. And obviously Wicca's a good enough player to get it back at some point. I'm sure he will. But they were just too much, and was it maybe just a little bit more stability when Caesar came in? I don't know. I mean, Huey was popping off all series long. I mean, dang, it was insane.
You know what? As much as Wicca had been struggling, he even acknowledges in the chat once Caesar came in, everyone just went up to a whole other level. So, you know what? That substitution definitely mattered for El Matador, and now they're rewarded with a grand final spot. And you know what? Speaking of Caesar, guess what? We're going to have an interview with El Matador. And you know what? People are asking, is Caesar going to be coming in? Is Caesar going to be coming in? Well, chat, he will be, but he will not be alone. We will have someone accompanying Caesar. So
we might need that.
Let us bring him in. First and foremost, Caesar, welcome on in. And second, Huey, welcome on in. You guys stepped up and had an insane performance tonight. How are you guys feeling as you enter the grand final of season 10.5?
Feeling absolutely fantastic, man. Always means a little bit more against a fellow Texas team as well. So feels great to play with all of us and have a little bit of a tiny residency of Copa Tejas in Dallas, man. Feels great.
Any
Caesar,
words,
what's
Caesar? Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Caesar, anything from you?
What's the topic?
Or just how are you feeling?
Oh, me? Right now?
Right now.
Hoo-wee. I saw 2 nets. Call me LeBron. I saw 3 rims.
I love it. I love it. Huey, talk to me about your roster, obviously. And I know we were talking about this on the broadcast, and maybe this is the last time that I say this, but I think you look on paper and you see a player like Luis and a player like Caesar, and you go, yep, these are the mechanical guys. They might be the best players on the team, etc. But you came in and you shut everybody up. You had insane goals, insane saves, insane assists. You were just doing everything for the team. I mean, what are your thoughts on that? Like, what? Like, do you like to do it all? What? Talk to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's just nice to contribute in whatever way possible. And so, like, I feel like You're right that Cesar and Luis are much like very mechanical and have been like the cornerstones of this team for years. But it's nice to come in there and play closer to their level than I have ever before. Like this is definitely, I think, my strongest performance for EM. I've just been being super consistent, playing in other leagues, doing six mans, all the stuff to help me play like tonight. I'm hoping that this is a launch pad to perform like this for the rest of the season.
Yeah, you looked insane tonight. Like after I think after game 3, I was like, he's the MVP of the series. I mean, there's no questions asked. I mean, you were insane all series long, and yeah, insane performance from all 4 of you guys, including Wicca.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm curious, what were the comms like in chat tonight? You guys started to gain some momentum from game 3 onwards. Was it more vocal? Were you guys expressing more confidence? Talk to me through like how your mentality shifted once Caesar got in.
I mean, low-key, like Caesar came in and immediately just came in and was just loosened up, the state of mind, we have a feeling it's Modelo time, but so just that we came in and loosened us up. We got one game, and then just with every game, with every goal, you felt the energy just increase over and over again. By the end of it, we're like in full voice shouting, like fucking, we're absolutely buzzed. It was a great energy, just absolutely sent it until we got across the line.
I feel like Rocket League's like that sometimes, right? Where you can lean forward and you can be 2 centimeters from your monitor, but it doesn't matter because as long as you guys are having a good time, maybe that's just the secret, right? Is you could be as good as you are, just lean back in your chair, just playing the game. Obviously, yeah, screaming and yelling, just good vibes. All in the chat there as well. I guess, obviously, you guys have some time now, being in the grand final. I guess, is there a team that you're looking forward to playing or maybe replaying in that grand final?
Yeah, I want LaCinco12 back. This is by far one of the most emotionally charged series that I've played.
Nah, that was too easy. I don't want someone different. Give me someone else. That was too easy.
Yeah, no, man, a little Austin FC Dallas rivalry, like it's fantastic, and I hear Palace is really excited for a get back at me.
Not a
specifically, and the
rivalry.
whole team.
Not a rivalry.
Yeah.
Bottom of the table. Nico out.
Caesar,
Get
who
him
do
outta
you
here.
want to play?
Let me look at the bracket. Where's the bracket? Where's the bracket?
You got TA, you've got Wonderwall, KC.
Who we played?
LaCinco12, I guess, is still in. Who you got? Who you thinking?
I guess TA if you play. Doggy, if you play.
Aw.
Yeah.
All right. I like that answer.
So,
all right. Well, yeah, I guess, Maz, do you have any other questions for these guys? Or
yeah, sorry, I was busy with getting everything else set up. But one final question. Wicca may have had his struggles tonight, but do you see that as a one-off for him? Do you think he can still play a big part in your team?
Yeah, I think so. I didn't think he struggled too much tonight. Just the first 2 games, like even, all 3 of us were off a little bit, and so I'm not sure if it's something with Wicca individually. We needed a jolt, and so we finally were able to get Caesar in for game 3, and then it just started clicking, and it snowballed from there. Yeah, just like Louise is saying in chat, we were just rolling so we stay together. Like, it's not anything against Wicca. He's definitely going to be a big part of the team for the rest of the season.
Oh no, absolutely. It's just Wicca tends to be so consistent. This felt like his worst performance to go with Huey's best performance of the night, So I guess to follow up on that, Huey, this looked like your best performance ever. Do you think you're capable of replicating this for future matches?
Yeah, absolutely. That's the goal, at least, and I think I'm fully capable of it. It's been a long time coming for me to play to a level that I feel really happy about. But now that it's here, that's going to be what I hold myself to for the rest of the matches I play.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. I mean, yeah, you were insane. I mean, I called your name so many times in the latter half of that, or I guess the whole series, just from you doing seemingly everything for this team. So, yeah, obviously, hopefully, I as a fan of you, I want you to keep doing that. But like, if you do end up playing TA, maybe like let's turn off the monitor or like maybe unplug the controller or something like that.
Yeah, just for you, right, dog. I got you.
Thank you. Perfect. All right. Well, thanks for coming in and chatting about that series, you guys. But before we let you go, we wanted to give you guys the floor. So the floor is yours.
I'll let Horseboy go first here. Cesar, the world wants to hear you speak.
We got robbed the other week. All right. Who was I? Oh, shout out Anomaly, the #1 away fan supporter. We're saluting the away fans right here. Also shout out Devin. I didn't mean what I said. I'm just trying to get under your captain's skin because he has weak mental. And don't ever compare me to a sorry ass receiver like Sherman again.
That's what you get. Who said that, Luis? Who said that? Crabtree. That's Crabtree who said that. I just want to. It's great, always great to be a part of the community, but just to play into the rivalry a little bit, bro. David, I hope you enjoyed that performance. Very best of luck in the lowers, dude. We hope we see you again so we can cook you again in the finals, bro.
Nah,
y'all have fun down there.
take it.
I love it. All right, guys. Well, that was Yui and Caesar from EM. Thanks for coming in, guys. Appreciate it. And obviously,
what you gonna get.
You guys played insane.
Yeah, GG's, guys. Thanks for production.
Thank you, Huey. And that was Huey and Caesar for El Matador. But chat,
dude, they're confident, Maz.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's scary. That's giving me, what season did they win? Was it 7 or 8? I obviously they won more than that, but I'm just thinking of from when I joined. Like, I'm given like that vibes during this tournament, like little season 7 to season 8 vibes.
Yep,
coming back. So
absolutely. You know what? There'll be a fun watch for sure in the grand final, but we'll save that for later because right now we have a second interview lined up. We are gonna have Devin from LaCinco12 come in and share his thoughts. Devin, that became really tough. It basically became a gentleman's sweep once El Matador brought Caesar in. Where'd you guys think you fell short tonight?
Honestly, I mean, I can't speak for the whole team. I think for me, it was just kind of individually. Like, most series that we play, like especially this season, I don't really play Rocket League as much, but I feel like most series that we play, even if I'm not the best on either team, I'm able to keep up and at least affect the game in some way. Like, I'm there to do something. But in this series, it just felt like, I don't know what it was, but it just felt like this series, I just couldn't keep up. Like, no matter how fast I went or like how much I tried, I just feel like I wasn't at that like point yet where I could make that difference that needed to be made for the team. And it was just kind of that, like, we all just, I feel like we played well as a team, just individually. They were just like too fast. Like, maybe it was because Caesar was drunk and he wasn't coordinating as much as he should be, or like they weren't playing as slow paced as they normally do. But like, we were just everywhere. So were they, and they were just better at it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess, what was the mentality shift, I guess, throughout the series? Because obviously winning game 1, 5-4, really shootout game, really close. You guys win game 2 in overtime, up 2 games in a series. Obviously, you would think you'd be feeling confident, but then like over the course of the latter half of that series, like, did the mental drop? Did like what kind of happened kind of internally there?
I feel like for me, it never dropped because I don't really take these games to heart. Like, I'm not trying super hard in them. I just want to have fun. If it's a fun series, then I'm happy. So I feel like for me, the mental never really dropped. Like, the games I was out, I could tell my team was kind of like, they were going through it. Like, Palace especially, he's not really having a good time right now, and I kind of feel bad. And whenever, like, the call was kind of quiet for those games, whenever I subbed in, I was just like, I knew they were going to be down. And even though we ended up losing at the end, I still try my best to kind of like lift them up because, like I said, like, I don't take these games to heart. I just want to have fun. So I just tried being like upbeat and more energetic than they were, and I feel like that kind of helped. I mean, we still lost, but I feel like it was closer because I was just I don't know. I feel like I got the ball rolling again because nearing the ends of games, what was it, 3 and 4, they kind of just like, not 3 and 4, it was 4 and 5.
Yeah.
Near the end of games 4 and 5, the calls were just kind of getting a bit quiet, and then I don't know. I just kind of joined and I was calming through everything. I was just talking and talking, even if it wasn't about the game. I just wanted to keep things going so we didn't get like left behind, you know.
You know, speaking of the performances, even Runsao and Kaser struggled big time for some of the games. I mean, this just feels like a night off for the team, right? Like an off night, sorry, for the team. And do you think it was just one of those days for you guys?
Well, I mean, I think it's a combination of things. We should have played so much better than we did tonight, and it's a combination of that. Like you said, like Kaser just got back from a party, so he didn't really have any time to warm up. He was in training for like 5 minutes before we played. I didn't get any time to warm up either because I was watching the San Antonio Spurs and OKC game. So I feel like we just didn't really get time to warm up, even though we won the first 2 games. You know, like we just weren't there. I guess we weren't playing as good as we should be, and like I said, on top of that, it was just them monkeying everything. They were always there, and they were demoing and bumping a lot. And I remember something Runsao said in call. He was like, I've never seen a team this good just demo as much as they have. Like, he was saying, like, they're such a great team. Like, they're good individually, but it's just the fact that they're demo chasing when they don't need to be, and it's just frustrating, I guess. And I feel like it's those 2 main things. Like, we were just put off our game, as well as, like, we weren't performing as good as we should be.
But you know what? You guys have a second chance now. You guys are going to be going down to the upper final. So top seed finish is guaranteed. And all you have in your pathway to the grand final is one more match out of Axon Army and one of Wonderwall Black and Casey Cauldron. Is there any team you're looking forward to facing, or are you okay with facing anyone?
We're okay with facing anybody. I mean, I don't know what my team prefers because we haven't really talked about it. I think we want to play the easiest opponent. Like, I actually don't know. It's hard to say. I know we have like kind of like a fire in us to go against FSD because they're the team that beat us in the finals last season. But I can't really speak for them. I know I'm fine with whatever. I just want to play the game and have fun. That's kind of the mentality I've been keeping this whole season. Like, I just want to have fun. So as long as I get a chance to play and I'm enjoying myself out there, I don't care who we play. Even if we lose, I just want to have fun. I want to enjoy the game. I've had struggle enjoying Rocket League lately, and this has kind of been my way of enjoying it. So as long as we don't get like manhandled and swept and we can't do anything about it, I'm fine. I think to answer your question, I think we're looking to face FSD the most because we want to beat them after what? Oh, they are. Oh, yeah.
They may be out. That's my fault.
No, yeah, no, I forgot about that.
That's why I did mention them. That's why I only mentioned Axon Army.
So who's
then
who's next?
Huh.
Who's next on the list?
I don't know, actually. After that, anybody, yeah. I mean, we've already beat Axon Army. We've never faced the other Wonderwall team. I forgot which color it is.
Black.
Yeah, give me one second. Sorry. My mom came in to say goodnight.
Oh, you're good, you're good. We'll wrap it up.
Okay, no. What I was saying is either Wonderwall team. I mean, like, what was it? Black, you said?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, maybe them because they're a new team. I don't know. We don't really care who we play. We just want to have a good game and win. And whatever team can give us that, we'll face. And I'm pretty sure it's any team because KC's always been a fun team to play. Axon Army's been a fun team to play. And Wonderwall we've never played before. So
nice.
That's kind of it.
Yeah, that's W mental. That's W mental. I think a lot of teams are in that same boat, Devin, of just, I know for a fact we are as Axon Army of just like, hey, man, like, if we win, we win. We don't, we don't. We're just playing to have fun. We're getting guys in, rotating, and just having a fun time.
Yeah.
So, no, that's good mental. And obviously, you guys are going to bounce back. So, yeah, whatever that looks like, whoever you guys play in that lower final, it's going to be a banger. So, yeah, Matt, did you have any other questions for Mr. Devin?
Oh, no, I'm all good. I mean, it's getting late anyway, so I'd like to wrap this up real soon. But Devin, before we wrap this interview up, you have the floor for shout-outs or anything else you want to say. Go ahead. Now's your time.
Shout out my whole team. Shout out Kaser. Shout out Palace. Shout out Runsao. Especially shout out Palace because I know he's like going through rough mentally right now after those games he played, and he did better than he thinks. And I hope he knows that because he is not really proud of himself. So especially shout out to him because I watched those games. He played better than he thinks. Shout out to Kaser. He's our best player. He tried his best, even if it didn't result well. I mean, a shout out everybody. We struggled and we struggled together, and we'll bounce back and do better.
Heck yeah, keep that head held up high. You guys are still at it. You guys are still a good team.
Thank you. All right, have a good night.
You too, Devin. Take care. Catch you next week.
Thanks, Devin.
See you next
GG's.
week. GG's. Bye bye.